The following review has been approved by Lord Carnage and the best of classic game room. You gotta love it when the game opens like that. Spawn in the Demon's Hand is a 2000 release for your Sega Dreamcast. Don't go looking for this one on PlayStation 2 or Xbox, Dreamcast, and arcade only. I've never seen the arcade game, but I wonder if it had better controls than this. Sadly, this amazing game could have used twin sticks, which the Dreamcast controller does not have. So if you're used to playing first-person or third-person shooters these days, Spawn is a bit confusing because you can't move the camera around you, or even aim for that matter, so you auto-target things and the camera goes where it wants to, which frequently isn't where you want it to go. So often that leads to you standing in corners or staring at a pillar looking the wrong direction. What we've got here is a great arena-style shooter that could have used a better control scheme, but Dreamcast collectors should have this in their collection regardless, because it's a really cool game. For those who don't know, this game is based on Todd McFarlane's popular 1990s comic book, Spawn, which continues to this day. While I never really got into this series, I've always enjoyed Mr. McFarlane's artwork and the art style and design, which carries through to this game. It's fast, it's frantic, it's over the top, it's wild, explosive, violent, and I love the music. It fits it all perfectly. The only thing that's not perfect here is the controls and the camera. It's frustrating because you know if this was made today, they'd nail the controls. Moving beyond that, let's talk about what you do here. You choose a character from Spawn, the series, and kill everything that moves, and have a great time doing it. You'll want big speakers, and don't forget to turn up the volume. There's a bunch of different gameplay modes: arena deathmatch, team deathmatch, and boss battle, where you defeat bosses in a certain time, and that's one of the main places where you unlock a lot of the hidden characters, and there's a whole bunch of them. Get a bunch of friends together because Spawn supports 1 to 4 player gameplay on your Dreamcast, and you know what that means. Party game! I absolutely love the guitar-heavy soundtrack in Spawn. You start out with 12 characters, I believe there's 36 total. Many of them will take some time to unlock. Some of them, like Spawn and the guy with the minigun, are better for long-range combat. Others use their fists and swords and are good for the tighter environments. But as you can see from the footage, some of these levels are just downright confusing to play because you really can't see what the hell you're doing. This nice lady with the wings is probably my favorite because swinging a bladed weapon wildly in this game just kinda works. Aside from the obvious control and camera problems, I really can't pick at anything else in Spawn in the Demon's Hand that isn't good. I mean, this is a great example of a comic book-based video game done right. Spawn in the Demon's Hand fits the style of Spawn. The gameplay fits this style, and the music, well, the music is incredible. It would be good in any game. Now, if only I could go back in time and redesign the Dreamcast controller to have dual analog thumbsticks, and then strangle Jar Jar Binks with it. I've got a classic game room shout out and thank you to send to Matthew from Pacific, Missouri. Thank you for sending Spawn to the show. This game is super cool.
Spawn.
If you think it looks cool, it is. It doesn't cost all that much, and after playing for a while, you will eventually figure out, or at least make adjustments to get used to the control scheme and the awkward auto-loading that takes forever. Your characters can also roll out of the way. There's item boxes to keep an eye out for some extra weapons, and depending on who you're playing, they've also got some like alternate modes or superpowers. It's a cool game. Sadly, it could have been better, but Spawn in the Demon's Hand on the Dreamcast is a must-have for your Sega Dreamcast, which you must have a Sega Dreamcast. The best of Classic Game Room is on DVD, Blu-ray, and Laser Hypervision album set.